Hi everybody, 20th of March, another day in my daily diaries of how I'm now coping with the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. Right, I've got my positive head on today, properly. No more downtime. I did have a tear in the car coming home from the gym this morning. Again, just a song came on. It's just, brought a couple of tears to my eye, but as soon as it finished, I thought, right, just I give myself a bloody good talking to, give me head a wobble, and I've been okay all day. And it just goes to show, doesn't it, that this bloody grief thing, it's like a dripping tap. Sometimes it doesn't bother you, don't even hear it. And then other times it can be a right issue. It's weird, it really is. So, fairly decent sleep last night. I did get my nudge again at, I think it was 2 minutes past 4. I do need to look into that. I keep saying it, but I do. And I was up at 5 to 7. Now that's more like my old self again now. This is how I used to be. None of this staying in bed till 8 and half 8 and 9. I was always if it was like 7:15, that was a lying to me. So I'm getting back into my old self again, my old routine. Anyway, and I was in the gym for 25 past 8. Yeah, and again, really good do. Enjoyed it. Again, 5.5k on the treadmill, no problem whatsoever. And then whatever I did on the cross trainer, my exercises. So really up for it. I was back home for about 11:15, something like that. Showered and all nice and fresh. Got home 11:15ish. Cleaner come 12 till 2. And then I just shot off over to the Juice Wave Cafe again Friday afternoon. Normally meeting Marilyn and her fella Ches. So I made arrangements with Marilyn. He said I was going anyway, and if she was feeling up to it, then I'd see her there, rather than me ringing her and saying, "Are you coming?" So anyway, she turned up. I'd only been in a few minutes, and she turned up. So I mean that's the first time she's left the house since Ches passed. She got teary, obviously, because Carol the owner come over to her straight away, so she got teary, but she said she felt better for getting out, which is what I've been saying, all over the months. Can't stay in. You got to keep getting out, even if it is just for a walk or a coffee somewhere. You have to get out, otherwise it festers. It festers in your head. So Carol, the cafe owner, said she was closing up early. It was closing for 3 because she was going seeing her husband in the chapel of rest. First time she's seen him. Going over with one of her daughters. I said, "Don't go on your own." She said, "No, my daughter's coming with me." Wow, it's all bloody happening. We've called ourselves the Three Amigos because we're all in the same boat. You've got to try and make a bit of light-heartedness out of it, as daft as it sounds. From an outsider, we're all laughing about the Three Amigos, and I'm the eldest one because I'm nearly 6 months down the line now. Carol's 3 weeks or something, and Marilyn's 3 days. So if you go on YouTube, because Ches has something on YouTube, I'll tell you, he was a cracking singer, and he's had some hit records. He's been on TV in Canada and places like that. He was very good friends with Rusty Lee and Billy Ocean. That's how good he was. He stayed with Rusty Lee. He lived at their place for a good few months when he first came over to England. But yeah, very good friends with Billy Ocean. So if you go on YouTube and type in Ches Haynes promo, that's CHES for sugar. Haynes is Haynes, and then promo. Have a listen. Lovely voice. Lovely voice. He's got a collation of some of his performances. You see him playing the piano and also playing the guitar. You know, so yeah, I'm going to be sadly missed, especially in this area. Marilyn phoned up a few of the places because he was fully booked all over Easter, because that's only a fortnight off. You know, so at least she thought, because I said I'll do it, so she did it herself. At least it gives these, you know, these hotels and clubs and pubs and that, at least gives them a bit of time to find a replacement for him. But you know, anyway, it's been a lovely day today, weather-wise. Not as nice as it was yesterday, and it did go a bit overcast. I'm just looking now, but I've had my shorts on all day though. First time of the year now. I did get some strange looks though, walking around Cleveland's in my shorts and my short sleeve shirt. There's some people still got the big coats on and bloody woolly hats. Well, that's me. I'm in my shorts now. This is it. Summer's here. And I've not heard back from my MP yet, telling me if she had or hadn't been in to the Parkinson's awareness event in Westminster. So I've sent another email this afternoon while the cleaner was here. I was on computer, and so I sent the MP an email asking the same question again. Did you or didn't you go? So again, we'll see. And I also ended up, I come across by accident, I seen something about, I think it was in the Daily Mail, a write-up about them bloody omeprazole tablets that I was talking about last week but one that Angie was on, that can bring on the dementia thing. And it reiterates what I was saying. It was only a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about them. And it just can get a lot of side effects, and the main one being it was going on about the inability. It inhibits the body's ability to absorb the vitamin B12, and the lack of B12 causes the dementia-like problems. So if you're on these bloody things, go and speak to your doctor about an alternative, or just try and get off them. The report that I was reading said maybe up to a year is possibly okay, but no more. No. That's what I was saying. You know, and I had a few messages back off some people saying they've been on them for years. You know, make sure what you're doing, you know, so go speak to your doctor. I know. I've got to be doing this one. I've done this a bit early. I keep looking at my watch, but my bloody battery's gone in my watch. Went this afternoon, every time I looked at my clock, it was 10 to 3 for about an hour. Because my football's on 8 o'clock. So I need to be done, showered and fed and sat down by 7:15, ready for kick-off. You know, so a couple of people that I regularly message. There's one lady, you probably heard me mention, a lady in Gateshead. Her husband's got Parkinson's, and we've been messaging each other, you know, fairly frequently. But all of a sudden, she's gone quiet. And I'm not sure why. I'm hoping everything's okay. So if you do get this message and you do see this video, let me know, please. Please. Right, so I'm going to get off. Like I said, it's about 5:30 now. I'll post this early. I'll plug my t-shirt again. There's my blue one for tonight. Parkinson's. Again, I wear my black one for the gym, and I've had a couple of comments about it already. One fella said, "Have you got Parkinson's?" I said, "No, not me." He just explained. I said, "My wife did." Blah blah blah. He said, "It's a great shirt that. He don't half hit it home." I said, "I know, yeah." So good. That's what it's for. I want to get it out there. You know, he seemed to know about it though. I didn't get into too much deeper conversation, but he seemed to know about the that's the disease, you know. So he didn't need explaining to. But I'm quite willing, if people ask, to stand there for 10-15 minutes explaining to them what it's all about, is Parkinson's, if needed and if they want to know, you know. So right, I'm gonna go. I've said that twice already. Again, thanks for your comments and all your support. Please keep them coming. Press your like buttons, follow me, and forward these videos on. I repost them, and I will do another one tomorrow. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.